more verses about freeing slaves. Let me show you. In the same time, you will see that Muhammad, he told them in the Quran, if you want Allah to forgive you, you go and you buy a slave and you free him. Which means he was trying to increase the market of slavery, because now everybody want to free himself from sin. He buy a slave and he free him, right? But then they capture them the second day, because those people, they have no protection. They are the same as a chicken. Which means now he created a market of slavery. Everybody want to buy a slave, and now the demand of slavery will be increased. And this is why, until now, the Muslims in the Middle East, they refuse, all Islamic countries, they are the only one who refuse to sign a human right against slavery. You can go right now, search slavery in United Arab Emirates, slavery in Saudi Arabia, slavery in Qatar, slavery in Indonesia. It's all over. Why? Because Islam approves slavery. It's a must. So nobody can reject that. Slavery is part of Islam. Whatever you own in your hand. This is Jeremiah. I will post the verse in the front of everybody to see that the Bible is speaking clearly about freeing slaves. Do you see it? This is the Bible in front of you. When the Quran approving you to buy slaves, to capture a slave, to sell slaves, and not only that, the Quran ordering Muslims, saying to them that you can use your slave girls for prostitution if they don't want chastity. I can show you that from the Quran right now. It is in chapter of An-Nur. Do you have a response? Your mind?
Again, you are a liar, because the Bible didn't give any rights to slaves or didn't free them. Okay? And you...
The verse in front of you. Shut up. You see it? I'm posting my verse. You see it? Now, that the Quran says you can, number one, own a slave. Number two, rape a slave. Number three, kill a slave. Number four, beat a slave. Number five, having sex with a slave male. Imagine, slave man, even his owner, he can rape him, even if he's a man. Because the Quran says, wherever you own in your right hand possess, wherever you own, which means slave men and slave women. You know mine.
Read the verse that you wrote. It talks about Jews. Others are slaves.
Let us see how smart you are. This is the verse in the front of you. Read it. You don't mind. Go ahead.
I have no idea why anyone is listening to this guy about the Quran.
You have no idea, because people, they want to leave Islam, left and right. Just to show you how stupid you are, Mr. Muslim. Read the verse I'm posting. Everybody will laugh at you. You don't mind. This is the verse in the front of you. You don't mind. Go ahead.
You didn't say anything make me want to leave Islam yet. Try harder.
Oh, okay, well, I will say something now. Why you worship a God, he is a leg? Do you know? How you say to Allah that I worship you when Allah is a leg? People in the room, anyone here would like to worship a leg? Who want to worship a leg? What if I prove in the front of the room to everybody that Allah is a leg? Your mic by you.
Who want to worship a sheep? Sheep can't think.
Great. So you agreed that Allah is a leg. Now he is asking me a question after he agreed about his God is a leg, who want to worship a sheep. Who is the stupid he worship a sheep? Nobody. In the same time, I can show you that Allah is named as a goat in the Quran. You are the one who mentioned the sheep, not me. Right? Here we go. We go to the Quran and we see that the sheep in the Quran is called the same name of Allah. ذبحا عظيما. It's not me who's saying that, and I challenge you to read what I'm going to post. A sheep being called Azim. Azim is one of the names of Allah. Why the sheep in the Quran was called Azim? Your mind.
That's your proof, my friend.
Huh? When you call a sheep by the name of Allah, what does that mean? Who is your God? When you are calling a sheep, sheep is a great, Azim is one of the names of Allah. And that sheep, according to your Quran, is coming from the sky. True? Now, let us go back to the verse. Allah as a leg, and Allah as a sheep, and Allah as a tree, and Allah as a fire. All of those are other ways Allah He showed Himself according to Muslims. But the real shape of Allah is Allah the leg, which is amazing that God He is a leg. And those Muslims, they bow down to God, He is nothing but a leg. Your mic and you?
وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. You know what that means.
Nobody equal to that leg. Maybe because it's so sexy. What a big deal. Nobody equal to the leg. So what? Why you worship a leg? You mind?
Yes, the leg is Al-Azim.
You see, guys, the Muslims, they laugh at their God. Allah the leg, they worship Him, they bow down to a leg. If we ask a Muslim, Allah the leg is attached to His butt, they will say, no, Allah don't have a butt, so He's just a leg? All your God is just a leg? You mind?
By the way, we have scientific proof that the Quran is from God.
Oh, okay, great. Give it to me. Your mind. People in the room, do you like to have scientific proof? Do you like to hear it? This is a good subject, right? Here we go. This is the subject he chose, and that's not mine. Here we go. Go ahead. Take your time, please. Give me the scientific proof. Your mind.
Very easily, because not many people are very well versed in science, but Allah says that He created from water every living thing. Water is a necessary nutrient or ingredient of life. Without water, no life. Back to you.
Wow. Man, nobody know that. Nobody know that. If there is no water, the plant will die, and the animals will die, and the human will die. Nobody know that. It's Allah who discovered it. It's a secret. Nobody knows. Amazing, beautiful, beautiful brother. But let me make you disappointed. Because there's a lot of things is alive and they don't need water. As an example, viruses, bacteria, they do not need water and they have no water, water free. So your God again is a stupid God, your mind.